Steamy so sick. Have you smelled this head? I have, thanks.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS review of the HBO show The Baby. You have Lou here with my talented co-host in her new luxurious mansion that we'll be shooting episode 8 by the fireplace while doing karaoke. Keen, what's going on, Keen?
I'm going to need some kind of faux animal skin rug if that's happening, because I need to be able to lounge.
Oh, for you, because
For
I
me.
was already gonna have one for me. I was just gonna lay it across the piano as I
Like,
sing memories.
this mine. What you gonna do, Brokey?
Girl, we both can't be on this piano.
Right.
Like,
Like, damn it, Lou. I told you I was wearing the red glitter heels. We can't both do this.
sometimes we're gonna show up like Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn from Death Becomes Her with 2 evening gowns on.
Yeah. Like, bitch.
So here we are bringing you episode 7 of The Baby. This one is called The Curse, as it opens up as Nora is recovering from a heart attack and talking to Tosh just about everything with the baby, as we finally get understanding that Jonathan, am I saying his name right? I think so.
I believe it's Jack, but
Jack is alive.
yes.
And Nora believing he's alive because she cursed him. What did you think about this whole setup as we see Nora recovering and then her revealing that Jack is still alive? And just, I want to say the look of the baby's face at this point of the episode was very creepy.
It was okay. So number one, this wallpaper in this house is haunting me. Like, do you see this? It is like I will not be covered up. Somebody cursed these walls. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. What I thought was interesting was it almost seems like Tosh has gone from not wanting the responsibility of taking care of anybody to like now taking care of a baby and this mom like figure in her life, kind of the mom that she didn't have. So, and the way she just kind of sat and listened, and even though Nora is like really gung-ho about we got to go find Jack so that we can end this curse, and Tasha's like, you're sick, you're hurt, you won't go to a hospital, so we need to take care of you and we need to take care of the baby. And the baby the baby laughed at something so inappropriate. Was it when Nora was having like another heart attack pain and the baby is just sitting there like, this is my favorite part.
I love when you're in pain.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think the baby was laughing and then a little sad. Well, the saddest part of the episode, when Tosh, as she's helping Nora recovers, fixes Nora a meal, and yet and still the baby has not eaten this entire show.
The baby got to sit there and like, number one, did Tosh make that woman a toaster strudel? Because it looked like a toaster strudel. Like,
hey, whatever it was exquisite. And then she lit it on fire. I said, what the? This isn't a fancy ass breakfast to have in the morning.
Made a flambe Pop-Tart, and the baby is still sitting at the end of the table with a little banana sitting in, like out of his reach. Like, y'all niggas still not gonna feed me.
Feed me, exactly. After all the shit I've done.
How many people must I kill before I get a proper meal? Give me something from the little food pyramid thing. Jeez.
Oh man, she took her time to make Nora's meal. And he was just like, bitch, I know you're just not gonna feed her and not feed me.
You're not gonna feed me. You're taking she's having a heart attack, and here you go, like, giving her flambe shit. That can't be good.
He's like, I know it's Pride Month, but look, I'm still hungry.
Right.
Why are you feeding her over me?
I'm a baby.
But here is where Nora hatches the plan to get to Jack. And it's like, was she attempting to use the baby to kill Jack? And that's why she took the baby with her? Because here, when she has the flashbacks that she's in a tub, and she's flashing back to the baby's actual mother, and she says, "You know, I'm going to kill him."
Mm-hmm.
At first, I assumed she was talking about the baby, but it's clear she was talking
She's
about
talking
Jack.
about Jack. So there was a portion where Nora was in the tub and Tosh was sitting outside and she was reading on how you end a curse. And she actually said, man, they did some crazy shit back in the day, because one of the ways you end a curse, like you have to light the person who cast the curse, the person who is cursed, and whatever object is cursed, aka the baby, you have to light all of it on fire to completely end the curse. So, and she was like, you know, man, they went all out back in the day. And Nora's in the bathtub like, well, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. So
now we get the origin of burn the witch. Like, wait a minute, nigga. Wow. What did I do? Like,
right.
I can read? Like, is that why you want to burn me?
It's because I said no? My God, goodness.
You're a witch. Sorry, Si, for not letting you rape me. Like,
my bad. Like, that's like, we're gonna burn her, then we're gonna drown her. Like, if she floats, we know she's a witch. If she drowns, I mean, she's
double
dead.
Homicide.
Right. Oh, womanhood is tough.
Exactly. Clearly. Well, she survives all of that. Clearly, she's a witch.
She's a witch.
But if she dies,
I mean, at least she dies knowing she's not a witch and her family's honor is intact. Every man in her family can walk around with their head held high, knowing that their mother, sister, daughter, aunt, niece was not a witch.
Was not a witch. And we had to burn and drown her for us to confirm.
Yeah, and you should be willing to make that sacrifice for your family.
Exactly. Oh man. And then the next big thing, as we'll get back to Nora, the baby, Tosh later on in the episode. The next big thing in this episode is, for me, one, that we finally get to see Tasha's father, who I just assumed was dead, because we haven't heard anything from this gentleman.
She called him. She called him in the first episode when she was heading out, and she was like, I won't be able to do your big shop. And he was like, that's okay. Also, this man has a full farm of vegetables out there. Why is she doing big shops? Like, he's got everything that he needs, and he still has her coming and bringing him groceries.
Which makes absolutely no sense. He's in his garden. He's extremely happy. He's like, hey, baby, everything okay? And
you good? I heard you talk to your mama. Father. Yeah. I heard you talk to your mama. I'm proud of you for being an adult. And then when Tosh tried to bring up, like, so dad, he's like, well, gotta go. My cabbage needs love and attention. Bye. Click. Like,
exactly. Which is the weirdest thing in the world. But again, we see, I guess this is to show the parallels of a loving parent versus the parent that Tasha's had with their mom, or versus what Tasha's done with the baby so far. Like, I think that's the parallels they want to draw, just to show you that there's a huge difference between the two.
Yeah.
But here and next we get Bobby with her lover. I want to call her lover Sam J. That's not her name.
But I think actually it is Sam. I think her
wait a minute.
Yeah, Sam in the velvet do-rag. Who, by the way, is no Sam J. Sam J is a fucking saint. So
Sam J would
You got a baby in there, Lou? Do you need to run?
Who the hell is it? As we say before, hey, I am shooting on location. I don't know what's going on in this house. If perhaps in a mirror behind me, if a baby floats up, just call 911. And no, Molly, I'm in danger, girl.
You got the haunted furniture. I got the haunted wallpaper. We have a show for them today.
You see the limps we go to give you a high quality fear production.
High value. High value entertainment.
But here we get Bobby finally letting her feelings out about the way Sam treats her, about Sam kind of changing her mind about wanting a kid by not showing up to the adoption interview that Bobby had to do by herself. With this, what did you think about this whole scene? I absolutely loved it. The detachment that Bobby shows in this scene, and the finally just letting everything out. And this, we haven't seen Bobby let her anger out yet. She's been bottling in this entire series, the point that she couldn't get this kid. She kind of let it out at Tosh when they were in the shirt of comfort, is what I'm going to call it.
It's
the mom
get
wrapped
along,
both.
the get along
Yeah,
shirt.
exactly. What did you just think about that moment?
I was so proud of Bobby for number one, finally directing her anger towards the right person. It was a frustrating scene. It was a very frustrating scene because like you're sitting there, you see how upset and down and like sad she is. And as she's like, they want us to wait another 6 months and she's on the verge of tears, Sam is like,
Exactly.
yeah, cool story, bro. And then like just get super happy, like, okay, we got this audition going, let's get him. And she's like, I mean, bitch, do you even care? Like,
Hey, that's one where you be like, bitch, like, did you just not hear what they said? I can't have my baby. Fuck your magic.
right, for 6 months. And I truly think that Bobby is the more talented of the two.
Bobby is the talent.
Yeah.
Like it's apparently clear that Sam has no talent. The point that she strictly leaned on the point that Bobby, this is the assistant's revenge. And it's like, oh, bitch, I'm the star. And I can't have a baby. Oh, okay.
Like I mean, you're not even taking a moment to give me a hug of comfort or like nothing. This is how you gonna do it.
It's odd that their relationship is shown this way.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say odd because it's actually close to the detachment that the mom has. And that Bobby, as we see, because I think at first we assumed that Tosh would be the one with the detachment, and Tosh is the one who's actually fighting. Just try to decide how to build a connection with this kid. And yet and still, Bobby was very detached in her own relationship and thinking the kid can fill a void when you're already in a situation that should be able to help fill that void.
Right.
You
better preach, Ayanla. Yes.
Yes. Yes. I carry it. I'm telling you. Oh, but then we get back to, again, the central storyline of this episode, which is them attempting to figure out the curse, figuring out what's going to happen with Jack, with Nora. Here we get Tosh having kind of an epiphany. And that was this with past Nora?
It was with past
Nora.
Also, I just want to say, nigga, I told you when when Nora said the baby has been attaching himself to and killing women who did not want kids, like who had absolutely no interest in having kids, and he picks them out, and then like the farther they try to like get away from him, the deadlier he becomes.
Yeah, hey, look, my bad. I just assumed that was the angle he was going to go down with this show. But clearly they decided to go down this angle, which is actually a brilliant angle to go down. And then we get Nora as she's attempting to kill Jack, who is as feebled as humanly possible.
Okay, but you know what, though? Jack went off and had all those other kids. And poor Rupert is sitting there like, who are these bitches? Like... They got the little "We Love Jack" t-shirt on in the bathroom, and Rupert's like, "What, you mother? Huh?
Like, dare you? It's like when you find out your father. Just like when you find out your father had secret kids that you knew nothing about.
He better not.
What is true? I know. Maybe that's just my life, but who the fuck are all these people that semi look like me that I will never talk to again?
I know how many siblings I have, and one thing I can say for Papa Keem. Ooh, mm.
Man, you won't have them much longer because for those that don't know, Keem has an extensive knife and sword collection.
I
So I could
just
just see her.
unpacked them out of the box too, Lou. Like,
I could see Keem Jon Snowing it up and be like, you know what? For the North.
red wedding, red funeral.
Who
Like,
the hell is this crazy woman?
lock
Just
the
trimming off
doors.
his head. Hold the door.
It will be a Highlander moment. There can be only one.
Damn it.
It's me. I'm the baby.
Oh. Damn it.
But
oh man.
But yes. And it's funny because he doesn't even, like, he looks at her and he's like, who the hell are you? And she's like, hello, Jack. And he's like, oh, you're it's funny, I can remember everybody else's name, but the actual mom, like, you're her friend. Like, yeah, we were more than friends. I was almost expecting Nora to be, do some kind of we were more than friends and then do like a la 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 thing, but but she kept it classy. She kept it classy, and then just started.
I love the way you just said that at first. She kept it classy.
She kept it classy.
Like, yes, we were more than that.
We were more than friends. Like,
la 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 la.
La, 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 la. Like, ho, you knew what it was. That's why you were banging down the door, trying to get into our sanctuary.
But at this moment, that's when Tasha has the full revelation that it's not a curse on the baby. And then she does the question that I think we've been waiting for this entire season. That none of these mothers just attempt to love him.
Right.
And give him exactly what he wants.
Give him what he wants.
Clearly, these bitches never wanted to feed him, which is already an issue. But did anyone attempt to actually be his mother?
Right.
Which, again, as you say, I want to say the word, is it allegory?
Allegory, allegorical or metaphorical. Yeah.
Wait, SAT words. Look here. Yes.
Guess who scored high? Yes. It did nothing for me.
And here's me in class, like the alligator.
It's an allegation for womanhood and motherhood.
But that's exactly what this moment breaks down to, is an allegory of exactly, as you said before, possibly an unwanted situation that you're placed in, and the decisions that you make afterwards. I thought this was the biggest moment of the entire series because we see Rupert's face as she's walking away with him in her arms, and it looks sinister as hell, but it also looked like finally someone understands what I want.
Will I finally get my baba and my binky? Like, it's so all I've been asking for.
He's like, I have been murdering white bitches and black bitches for centuries. Here, I finally got a mulatto. Right. And she understands me.
She knows my needs. Clearly, she has seen. Oh, what was that movie where Whoopi Goldberg was like the Jamaican nanny and Neil Patrick Harris? Karina. She's seen
That's one of my favorite movies.
And we've come full circle.
Wait a minute, that's not Karina.
I didn't think so.
She was the South African.
No,
woman.
It was like the
one where she was the Jamaican nanny. That's the one with Doogie Howser.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris. Oh, but Yeah. Now, honestly, I thought this was the end of the series.
It felt like it. It felt like this should be the last episode.
And it felt like a good ending. Like, okay, Tosh has finally accepted motherhood.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna like go with it, which I think kind of
Claire's heart.
Claire's heart. You beat me to it. I can stop trying
And,
to Google and talk
and,
at the same time.
and her heart was a white person.
Which was Doogie Howser, who was the Chet Hanks of his time.
Hey, look here. Claire went on to raise Doogie, and he became a 16-year-old doctor. Then he became a womanizer. Then he got murdered in Gone Girl. It's amazing the way she raised that boy.
She
We got
raised
to
that. You got to
give
give
it up to Claire.
tens across the board for Claire.
You did what needed to be done.
To be done. Yeah. So yeah, I was just like, this feels like a good ending. Maybe we see Tosh, like, if I could just get a quick follow-up where I see Tosh and baby Rupert in like 10 years and he's actually a kid, and she's dropping him off at school and she's like, we do not murder the people who pissed us off
Oh my
today.
God, that would be the best ending humanly possible. Because again, it's just her raising him up. And maybe that's why he stayed a baby forever, is he was waiting for the right mother to raise him.
It's another metaphor of, like, you think about the people who, like, they get stuck in a certain part of life because there's something that's missing. So even though physically they grow, mentally they're still stuck in like this toddler stage or this like 6-year-old stage or wherever. And it takes several years of therapy and a lot of money to get yourself to progress to the place where you
Mhm.
actually need to be. But Rupert he just stayed everything. Like, I'm not growing up until I get the proper mothering that I need. And when his
See,
dad died, the way he laughed, like
exactly. Nigga, you're having all these babies
yeah,
without me.
like, and I'm
Like,
like, how is this old man so fucking fragile in one moment, and in the next moment he is choking you to death with his oxygen cord, which is
old
irony
people,
in itself.
old people. How dare you choke me with your life support? Like,
Right.
what we're not gonna do. Because all I'm gonna do is grab it and pinch it. You're
Now
gonna
look
die.
at you,
You're gonna die.
dead.
You're gonna die today. But again, you're right. It would be great if we get. Well, again, we got I think one more episode left because it's only an 8-episode series, and this is episode 7. So maybe we'll get what happens with Rupert afterwards. Because again, we thought Rupert was a messy bitch this entire season.
I mean, he is.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, clearly, but maybe he was just a disgruntled bitch. Maybe he was just a Karen in baby form. And this whole time he just wanted to be loved.
He just
And
wanted some love and a
he's
cookie.
wondering, like, why none of you bitches understand bottle, binky, change, love? Like it's so simple. It's a simple thing to do.
But
But
and as a baby, you wouldn't understand that not everybody wants a baby. Not everybody knows how to take care of a baby. Because if you put a baby in my arms right now, I'd be like, what am I supposed to do with this?
oh, at least you're gonna be like, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be like, oh, fumble. Wait a minute.
I would be on Thumbtack looking for nannies.
Hey, either that or I'm gonna be like, oh, Kobe.
Straight Issa Rae. Fuck them kids.
And this has been another review of The Baby brought to you by JVS. You can check us out every Sunday night after the episode of The Baby airs. And let us know what you think. And Keen, what else can they do?
You can smash that like and subscribe button.
Yes. And just tune in for all the rest of the JVS content we have coming. Again, we have one episode left, which should be a really big, huge episode. Possibly, maybe we get to see the baby grow up. Maybe we get to see him kill Tosh. Maybe Bobby uses her knife trick to kill Nora. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe their dad plant some sweet potatoes with this.
He adds cucumbers to the cabbage.
Exactly, but because clearly I don't know too many black folks who just has cucumbers and cabbage. That don't even sound like a healthy meal. Like I don't want cucumbers
Like,
and cabbage.
Not collards, sir. You're not
Exactly.
growing greens. Like,
You didn't tell them to go out yonder and pick a switch off the tree. Like
like, Ed, you're in London. What do you, why did they become country folk?
You know what? You're right. Peace, people. I don't know how to hit the outro in time.
I'm not dancing again this.
Piling out the top of I can see the skyline, 50-mile radius on my timeline. Ain't nothing